All right, joining us on the talking point this evening here on Brass Tacks, Aishwarya Mahadev is spokesperson of the Congress Party, Lieutenant General retired Gen Kulkarni, former DG Infantry, also one of the many people, over 100 diplomats, bureaucrats, former generals who's written to the Supreme Court because the comments last time around by the same bench were rather excessive. Abha Singh, lawyer, also joining us, and Namit Saxena, lawyer with the Supreme Court. Let me start with Aishwarya Mahadev. The court today explicitly talking about the threats that Nupur Sharma faced in the aftermath of the July 1 hearing, where the court said that after its order of July 1, various incidents, including one Salman Chishti claiming to be the Khadim of Ajmer Dargah, has circulated a video calling for the killing of the petitioner. This must stop. Has the court implicitly also acknowledged that, maybe without intention, but certainly its own comments about Nupur Sharma also perhaps played a role in the increased rape and death threats that she's facing?
Good evening, Zaka. I think first and foremost, a threat against anybody's life is not something that should be condoned. However, none of this will take away from the fact that all of this arose from a statement that was made, which created such a furor nationally and internationally, and it opened up a can of worms that is so nasty. And the hate that spread in society is something that has to be looked at. Secondly, I do not think whether they said no coercive action should be taken, that is part of the legal procedure. I'm sure there are lawyers here who will also tell me if I'm on the right track when I say this is that an anticipatory bail or bail is sought because an arrest has not happened in this case yet, even though FIRs have been filed. It is the due course or the natural course for people to say no coercive action until the next hearing or until both parties have been brought together to have a hearing. To presuppose that the court saying don't take coercive action against her is a manner of saying that taking back what they said on July 1st is not a logical explanation or not an equivalent.
I'm not talking about the comments the court made. In fact, one of her pleas in this petition today was to expunge those comments. The court has not taken a view on that. Maybe it might on the 10th of August, but today they haven't taken a view. I'm asking a larger question which the court raised today, and the court has also explicitly admitted that between the 1st of July, when it said what it said in the previous hearing, and today, the number of threats that Nupur Sharma is facing has metastasized. And therefore, that has become a factor for the view it took today.
Zaka, I think, to be very honest, a crime is a crime is a crime, and unless you're strong on the causes of crime and crime in itself, and unless you have an appropriate response through the criminal justice system, you're always going to see these fringe and vigilante elements coming out and asking for retribution for what has happened. If you look at it, if you look at the certain case of somebody else who was accused of having heard religious sentiments and the sort of quick, swift arrest and action and police detention that has happened in that case and the lack thereof here, you realize that there is also far more scope for extra, like these vigilante justice so-called, however wrong they are, to come out and want.
No, I think there's a fair point on, is the law being applied selectively in selective cases? But I'll come to that debate in 1 second. I want to go across to Gen Kulkarni. You are among the dozens of people, eminent citizens of civil society who wrote to the Supreme Court. And today, the court has also, in a sense, acknowledged that there is ever-increasing threat to her safety. No amount of security could help her. Whatever may have happened in the Supreme Court last time may have happened, but there is a real and genuine threat now. Were the comments that you had written in the letter along with other signatories also reflective of these new threats, or were they independent of the comments that the Supreme Court made, which you felt was unwarranted at that stage?
Zaka, first and foremost, let me be honest. From day one, we've been saying that, well, whatever someone's views may be on any subject for that matter, when they're said, it must be very clearly stated that both the sides, I still maintain, both the sides are equally responsible for what happened. Just, sort of telling or taking a side of one or the other would be incorrect. And I think it was in that context that we probably felt that, well, whatever has happened, somebody instigated and somebody was responsible for the instigation. And if that be so, both are wrong and both should be said so. Having said that, I think today's order which has come, that 10th of August, and they have referred the matter to the center, the state, the High Court for the 9 FIRs in Delhi, Maharashtra, Bengal, Telangana, all. So notwithstanding that, at least there is relief till the 10th of August, and one is hopeful that, of course, now at this point of time, well, whatever it be so, it is wrong. And people who are there responsible, people who are there in the public space, must be careful of what they say, all the sides, everybody. And I would even say that it is very important for the media also to take a cognizance of it, not for any other reason. If supposing, for instance, I'm saying something wrong, it will be so much better that if my mic is switched off. Because whatever it be, whether it was heat of the moment, instigated, whatever it be so, it is much, much better because we all are intelligent. I'm sure everybody understands that what is to be said and what is not to be said.
So I want to come to the point which I think Aishwarya also referred to earlier in the program, and I want to ask Abba saying this. Abba saying, there could also be criticism that the law and certain judicial standards are being applied selectively, just as the Nupur Sharma saga we've all been witness to over the last month or so. There's also been what Mohammed Zubair's case. And many would argue that Mohammed Zubair is not getting the same kind of interim relief or protection from coercive action that Nupur Sharma has got today from the Supreme Court. There have also been multiple other instances. Ketki Chitale in Maharashtra is another example I can think of. There have been multiple FIRs filed against Leena Mani Mekale, the filmmaker in Canada who put an obscene poster of Goddess Kali. So if the principle of no coercive action until both sides are heard and until a cognizable offence is registered, and more importantly, the cops feel that the said person is not cooperating, there can't be fear of arrest or arrest being used as a weapon, then it should apply equally in all cases.
Zaka, once an FIR is registered, then the police is free to arrest you anywhere, anytime, and that is why that concept of anticipatory bail is there, and that is why people rush to the High Court for protection. But as far as clubbing of FIRs is concerned, that much right Nupur Sharma had, because it would be violating Article 20, subsection 2, because no person can be punished for the same offence twice. And if you see Arnab Goswami's case, his FIRs from different states for the same issue was clubbed, and here also those multiple FIRs. But now coming to Zubair, that he was arrested for 153A for hurting the sentiments, where Nupur Sharma has not been arrested. So I would blame the Delhi police, because we've seen the Delhi police seldom acts as per law, and I would use the dictum that as of now it is not a rule of law, but it has become rule by law. So these policemen have their own sets of standards and they are becoming politicized. So it is necessary that if we go back again to Prakash Singh's judgment, where Supreme Court said there should be police boards, we have to stop politicization of the police, be it Maharashtra, where Navneet Rana was arrested for reciting Chalisa, Hanuman Chalisa. Why was she arrested? So that is true. There are different parameters for
no, but
different
ma'am,
people's sense of
isn't
justice.
that precisely the point, that the threat of arrest or the fear of arrest is now being used as a legitimate weapon to intimidate perhaps critics or intimidate people you may not agree with? That is not the intention. Like you said at the start of the sentence, just merely registering an FIR does not warrant arrest in every case. I mean, the fear of arrest should not be a weapon in the hands of the state.
Supreme Court has again and again said that bail, not jail, and they've already said that follow the 41 CRPC procedure, give a notice, call them, record their statement. Nowhere does Supreme Court say that you arrest immediately, but as of late it has become more like a police state, and the police has lost its independence. It is dancing to the tunes of politicians, and I think that is the reason that at the drop of the hat people are being arrested, and not one FIR. There are multiple FIRs. In fact, if you see the wrong thing, when Sushant Singh Rajput matter happened, what right did Bihar police have to come and interrogate in Maharashtra when there is a set procedure, the offence or whatever suicide had taken place in Mumbai? So I think I would blame the police system, the institutions of this country who are succumbing to political pressure.
Let me ask